Right, time to find out a bit more about the magic going on underneath my fingers and my face now. Let's talk to the creator of the iBar, Thomas Jensen. Thomas, welcome to Click. Did you have to call it the iBar? Surely, haven't Apple copyrighted the letter I by now?
Well, it's an impressive bar, it's an interactive bar, and I think we were there just before it got really mad with the iPod.
I'm sure we'll have letters of
I think
complaint
so.
about that. So what kind of thing can you do with this?
This is an interactive surface. We at Mindstore specialize in surface solutions to make them interactive. This is an example for a bar, which is very appropriate for nightclubs and those sort of drink serving environments.
And you've got all sorts of fun patterns that you can...
What we do here, what we look at here is the connectivity, is the starting point. We could, and we do show all sort of corporate logos to promote those sort of brands who hire us and have these as making an experience for the customers. Alternatively, we could have, for example, water effects like this, where you leave an impression behind, and you can have sort of rings in the water for ambience. Alternative to this could be a more visual stimulating things. We are today, of course, using flowers and we're using bees instead of our normal corporate sort of facilities because it's
because
more
it's the BBC,
it
you
is
know.
Obviously right.
Yes.
Alternative, the last one to show. This is where you have flowers and you have small animated objects, in this case butterflies, that are kind of following you around.
Those butterflies.
And this works really well for having, for example, in this case, some sort of logo following you to your glass and to your destination.
Okay, how does it work?
It's, in principle, pretty simple. What you're looking at here is like a screen coming off with a projector. Anything that comes out of a projector, we can produce here. It is a projector below. When you put your hand above it, you reflect some of that light back into the cabinet. And we have a little camera that picks up where the light is, and that's why we figure out where you are.
And it can recognize different shapes as well, if you wanted to.
Yes, we can recognize contours. Of course, your hand is different from my hand, and any other object we put on top here will look different to some extent. We can track them contours and identify them, and that way we can do recognition of different ones. But we are working on making that a lot more sophisticated by using RFID tagging and that sort of thing.
So this is quite a fun environment, and obviously we're in a bar, so people want lots of flashing patterns and stuff, but you've investigated other things that you can do with these surfaces as well.
Yes, we look at surfaces, and the bars, of course, a surface, tables, similar surfaces that are quite common. But we have surfaces all around us. We have walls, we have floors, and we can make all these type of dull surfaces come alive. And we think, although it may sound a bit scary, it's going to be quite exciting going forward.
It's going to make my brain explode, Thomas.
Wherever you go, it's going to be coming at you. It's going to grab your attention. It's going to want you to touch it. And it wants you to kind of go and stick your hand on it. It's going to tell you all sorts of things about the product that's available at the time. And more, you will be able to use your fingers and just your normal self to interact with computers far more sort of easily than you do today, where you tend to have a mouse or a keyboard.